I put the headphones on anymore because I feel like I'm not podcasting without them. I tried it with like them off, and then I just don't feel like I'm locked in until, for no reason, I have something clamped over my ears. There's nothing to hear. But maybe it's like riding a bike, like you can't do it unless your helmet's on, which is weird because I don't believe in wearing a helmet if you're going to ride a bike. Good morning. I mean, you just take your risks. Good morning. This is the Coffee Break Show. I noticed we were at 3.99 subscribers on the channel. So if we can get to 4K, 4,000 subscribers, that would be pretty cool. If there's somebody new to this YouTube channel, welcome. If you haven't figured it out already, the show is where me and Drew, talk about stuff that goes on with 911, and in a broader context, we talk about everything that's going on with police, but also fire, EMS, public service, emergency response, but also just society in a post-George Floyd world. But also, we bring hopefully a little comedy and value to your day. Most of all, what we're trying to do is bring some sort of value. So whatever I do, it has to add something to your day, which sounds like an easy sort of goal to meet. Like, oh, you're just going to find a way to add someone's value. It's actually huge, because it's like, why would I think that I could add value to anything? But I'm going to try, I guess. With that in mind, I'm going to do a quick show here. It's not going to be an hour long like last week because I just don't have the energy. I'm tired, and it's a cloudy day, which makes me want to go back to sleep. But if you're new here, welcome. Thanks for getting us closer to that goal of 4,000. That's exciting. It's a huge benchmark for us, especially since we're only channel, launched maybe 5 months ago. I want to just call it 4 months. I always want to think like it's just January 1st, but we launched a little bit before that. Growing pretty well. I'm going to try to play a clip for the best reel that I saw for National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week. Hopefully it works. Good morning, Ben. Although where you are out there in Maine, you're in your lunch break. Salamander, you'll be productive soon. You'll be cursing my name as you head out to go do whatever it is that you're going to go do before too long. David, this is not a call-in show. Not unless it's something urgent. Just because it's not, I'm not going to be doing this for very long today. We are on, by the way, on Thursday, we're going to be finishing off Amanda Neniger, Come Hell or High Water. We're going to be doing that. That's going to be the end of us. So I'm going to see if I can present my other screen here. It always seems like this would be easy. For whatever reason, it's not. Let's see. I'm going to try to share this. I'm going to try to get with you audio. The thing is it's real, so it's playing on a loop. So you're just going to have to enjoy it the best we can. In the chats, let me know right away if you can hear this, because otherwise I'm just wasting your time. Nothing. All right. All right. Well, what you need to go from this? Oh, there's a button up here.
Kyle, please tell me how to help you. What's happening at 123 Main Street?
Hey, we're really short of dispatch. Would you mind helping out? Thank you so much.
Kyle, police department, how can I help you? Okay, where's the emergency? Oh, okay. Can you say that again? Okay, I'm gonna need you to slow down. Can you hold?
So God, what button do I push? How do I transfer this call? I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm getting another call. You're gonna have to wait.
Hey, can you enter this for me?
Thanks, dispatch. Morning, y'all. That was rude. I think you're too busy for me or something.
Kyle, police department, how can I help you? What's happening at 123 Main Street?
Hey, we're really short dispatch. Would you mind helping out? Thank you so much.
Kyle, police department, how can I help you? Okay, where's the emergency? Oh, okay. Can you say that again? Okay, I'm gonna need you to slow down. Can you hold?
So God, what button do I push? How do I transfer this call? I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm getting another call. You're gonna have to wait.
Hey, can you enter this for me?
Thanks, dispatch.
So the most realistic part of that is that we are busy in dispatch and the police are fucking around. Like the phone will ring nonstop, and then we have something we have to enter into NCIC, and the cops are all just like coming in, just hanging around doing nothing. I've had it so many times where like the cop comes in and moseys in because he's gonna kind of, just come say hi or whatever, and like my light is on and we're just fucking doing shit, and then they're just like, they just leave. It's like a lot of people think, a lot of cops think that because their CAD's not lighting up with stuff to do or whatever, that we don't have things going on. It's like, well, we're doing things in other jurisdictions, fire, ambulance, EMS, all kinds of other citizen needs and issues. And yeah, doing the NCIC entry. Can you enter this in NCIC? That guy has no idea what to do. What's the malarkey part? I don't know. There's some part of it rings a little bit hollow. The idea that he could go in there and do anything, I guess, is pretty funny. Pretty much malarkey. I do have to give it to him though that they have the best hats. Right? Anytime you see a police officer wearing a blue or black uniform, but they're allowed to have a white hat, I mean, that's a serious police department. Normally, the cops you see that have cowboy hats, Drew's department notwithstanding, they usually are sheriff's deputies and they usually wear brown. So that was kind of cool. But anyway, good for them because they are kind of acknowledging that like dispatch is busy. So it's nice. But now Public Safety Telecommunicator Week is over. My agency did post their thing that they always post, and they posted it on Friday. And they're like, "Oh yeah, as we bring the week to the close, we want to thank the dispatchers for this foregoing week." It's just because it popped up in their memories, their Facebook memories. So, finding new ways to make it worse. I'd rather just be forgotten about, like I have said. All right, I will not discuss National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week ever again. Until next year. Maybe a few memes on the coffee break, even though I'm drinking root beer. I ought to make it a goal that my coffee break is literally 15 minutes, which means I'm at almost 9 minutes now. Let's get that commentary down. Even though I love your comments. Me staying alive for friends despite being constantly suicidal. Oh, look at me. I'm making people happy. It's the early Simpsons thing. Yeah. He follows this up by saying, in case you can't tell, Marge, I was being sarcastic. And she says, well, duh. I don't remember what this one says. I just remember feeling like the background picture is very much my state of mind. Maybe your mom was right all those years ago. Maybe I won't be happy until I lose an eye. Maybe that's what I've been missing. I've been missing losing an eye. Oh, here's just a thing that I posted. I love Kendra's look on her face and like be incredulity. What's worse, hypocrisy or serial murder for a cop? Kendra has her terrible take. Kendra thinks hypocrisy is worse than murder. Gaslighting her and making her feel bad on that show every week. A true joy. Boss, can I see you in my office? Me, tried to suppress a laugh as I put on my camo jacket. You could try. You better hope this email finds you before I do, you son of a bitch. I wish I could talk that way in emails. I wish I didn't have email. It actually used to be the case a few years ago. I didn't have it. And now I have to take like tests, like quarterly educational tests on how to use email. Like, don't click on phishing scams and don't do this. And it's just like, take my email away. I didn't want this responsibility. I don't want this power. I don't want to be able to email anyone. I don't want to email our secrets to China or anything. Just take it away. Just take it away. And they won't do that. I can't take criticism, and I don't know how to accept a compliment. So good luck communicating with me. I guess. Yeah. You're gonna have to keep it real simple. Maybe not make it about me. This one was sent to me last night by a dispatcher I know. When a caller is taking way too long to get to the point, here's a memo posted in a Catholic church. Confession today, Saturday, will be until exactly 5:30. There's only one priest available for confession today. Make your confession directed to the point and confess only your sins and offenses. No need to explain why you did it. Thank you very much. I don't know what to think about this. Should I feel bad for priests that like they obviously have to sit there and listen to everyone's things? I guess not, since that's what I have to do. Hear long stories about stuff. And it always starts off like this. They're like, okay, long story short. And then they tell me the long story. And then when they get to the end of it, which the story always starts, okay, so like 6 years ago, my baby daddy moved in the apartment. And then they get to the end, they're like, so I need a copyright now. And it's just like, they would have been here sooner if you hadn't told me your whole life story. I had some interesting calls last night. Someone wanted to know if there had been a kidnapping in my jurisdiction. Like, if there was, I wouldn't tell you. Basically, their boyfriend was lying to them, saying they got kidnapped by an Uber. That is actually something that happens a lot on Sunday nights now, where people are calling me and you're like, did you arrest, Angela, whatever? And then I'm like, what do you mean? She goes, she's telling me she got arrested. And I'm like, no. People are using the criminal justice system now as an alibi for a reason that they're running around on their loved ones or whatever. And that's not even the worst part, but that people are calling to verify. Like, did my boyfriend really get kidnapped by an Uber? Are you guys actually, if I was dealing with your boyfriend being kidnapped, by the way, she did not sound at all worried. Do you think I want to take time to be talking to you about it? Like, if I was dealing with an active kidnapping, I would be way too fucking busy to talk to you. Not only that, but like, I don't give information to you over the phone. What if you're the kidnapper? Anyway. We're back to it. We're back to a job that nobody understands. That's fine. So we did the memes. Was that all the memes? I feel like there was one more. No, officer. Turn off the engine, step out of the vehicle. No, you're going to yell at me. I think I asked a cop the other day if he was mad at me. Are you mad at me or something? I don't remember. So I'm going to try to get through this as briefly as possible, not because it's doesn't deserve to have its own. What it deserves based on its importance. It should be the only thing that I talk about, and I should talk about it the entire day. But I don't want the coffee break show to become like, what's the latest tragedy? But I do want to mention Ada County Sheriff's deputy shot and killed during a traffic stop. I'm just going to read briefly from their website. On April 20th, about 8:55 p.m., Ada County Sheriff's Office Deputy Tobin Bolter made a traffic stop on a gray Chevy Suburban in the area of West Overland Road and St. Raymond Street in Boise. Preliminary information indicates the 65-year-old male suspect had a misdemeanor warrant. A misdemeanor warrant. I don't know how it is in Ada County, but it's just like, okay, so pay your $165.50 and get a court date. Big deal. As Deputy Bolter approached the driver's window, the driver shot Deputy Bolter and fled the scene. The citizen witnessed the shooting. My God, that's got to be terrible for them. Called 911. That's got to be awful for that dispatcher. And performed CPR until medics arrived. Can you imagine knowing that there's a 911 caller and they're at the scene of your deputy's traffic stop performing CPR on your cop? God, I'm praying for you, Ada County dispatchers. God sakes, that had to be awful. You are hurting today. I don't even know if you went to sleep since this happened. I hope you're sleeping, and I hope you're dreamless sleep right now. I hope they're helping you. Deputy Bolter was transported to St. Alphonsus in Boise. That's a hospital, obviously. Shortly after the shooting occurred, Boise police located the suspect vehicle. Boise police located the suspect during a search of the area and were involved in an officer-involved shooting. While on the way to assist Deputy Bolter, another ACSO deputy was involved in a two-vehicle crash involving a power pole. So the dispatchers definitely weren't getting a break. They've got a deputy down, and they've got another one who's so frazzled and so much in a hurry to help his brother deputy that he crashed. God, when it rains, it pours. The deputy and the driver of the other vehicle were transported to the hospital. So that's awful. That deputy's in stable condition. Idaho State Police are investigating the crash. Unfortunately, I think we all understand probably what happened is that he was so scared to get to Deputy Bolter to save his life or to apprehend his murderer that he crashed. But this is still going to go on his record. It's still going to hurt him at the department. It's still going to, if he has some serious liability there, that's going to affect him. So he gets to deal with all the guilt of having not been the deputy of that traffic stop, not having been there in time to save his friend, all the survivor's guilt and all the terrible feelings with that, and then now he also has a crash to deal with, probably a destroyed police car, a hospital stay, hospital visit. Just the command staff having to pay attention to him on the night when someone else was killed. I mean, if the lieutenant's talking to you or something, you got to be just like, please just punish me later. Please take care of them. Oh, God. In the morning of April 21st, Deputy Bolter succumbed to his injuries. He was just 27. God, he lived a third of a life. Deputy Bolter had 7 years of law enforcement experience and been with ACSO since January 2024. So he was a transfer. I wonder where he came from. Can you imagine he transferred from somewhere else because he wants to go out to somewhere where he could be a police officer and do it in an environment where the staff was supportive of him and he felt relatively safe. On their Instagram, Ada County says this is their first sheriff's deputy lost in the line of duty ever. I work for 2 agencies and we've had people lost in the line of duty at both of them. So like finding an agency where they've never had somebody killed in the line of duty is hard, and I'm sure that was actually a talking point for them that this area is so safe or whatever, or that we're so professional, or this is a good place to be a cop. The truth is that there's no place that's safe. And if you're going to live this kind of consequential life, you're probably going to be, as if you do it long enough, you're going to be asked to pay for those consequences, whether it's crashing a car because you're just trying to save your friend, or killed by some fucking 65-year-old asshole whose life is over. Can you believe it? A 65-year-old guy who's with a misdemeanor warrant, piece of trash, nothing going for him, takes out a 27-year-old who's trying to help his community and have a great career. Deputy Bolter worked with Meridian Police Department in Pleasant Hill, which is in California. So this guy left California. He left California, went to Meridian PD, only to come out to Ada County Sheriff's Department and meet his end. So that is sad. And so just want to acknowledge that. You can't ignore that stuff, even though it's heartbreaking. But like last week I was talking about Syracuse, which got no national play at all. Because it's so common now that we're just going to be blind to it. Anyway, I'll address the chats and then I'll tell you my plan for the day so that you don't feel like you have no reason to feel good today. There are good things in life, and that's what police officers are fighting for, whether it's your freedom or your family, your right to just live your life free of criminal miscreants like these guys. Okay, David, like I said, not a call-in show. Sorry, I just need to get on with it. Nothing. Stay blessed. Everyone's giving each other their typical greetings. Have you guys ever thought about starting your own show where you just talk to each other? Just the people here are kind of buddies, and it's just like I feel bad. Like none of you can talk to each other unless I get up and do something. It shouldn't be that way. Foxy said, "Good morning. Had to say hi, but I'm taking my buddy to her doctor appointment." Well, you have fun. I went to the doctor last week, and I was being really honest with them for a change. And I told them, like, I'm pretty depressed. I did this on like the chart. No, I didn't. Nobody said anything. So whatever. It's okay. It's not. I went to go see a doctor of internal medicine, so it's nothing for them to do anyway. Still no coffee. No, the mug's really just, I'm just not in the mood for coffee this morning. When I make the coffee and I have it, I'm always like, yeah, this is good. But I didn't do it today. You guys are laughing at the memes. YouTube notified you this time. Yeah, make sure that you actually have your notifications turned on your app. When I got a new phone recently, that changed everything for me. I started getting notifications again because I set it all up again. So it's possible that at some point you got sick of being notified about stuff and you just turned it off in general. And then when you did that, you turned off notifications for all the stuff that you actually wanted to see, which is me. What a hectic night. Yeah, I can't imagine, Will. I doubt that the sheriff went to bed that night. I'm not sure if they caught the shooter or not. Last I knew yesterday, he was still at large. I have read different things now, Felony Money. I thought that they actually had caught him and killed him. Let's find out, because we don't need to go throughout the rest of our day not knowing. Suspect in killing of Idaho Sheriff's deputy fatally shot by police, authorities say. This is from the AP News. I'm not going to read his name. I'm deciding that right now. Whatever his name is, I'm not reading it. And you're going to have to bear with me because I got 10 windows open. An Idaho Sheriff's deputy died after being shot by a driver during a traffic stop. A man believed to be the shooting suspect was later fatally shot by the police, authorities say Sunday. Deputy Tobin Bolter was shot as he approached the driver's window at about 9 p.m. The suspect took off. Ada County Sheriff Matt Clifford said Sunday. Bolter was the first deputy killed in the line of duty. Boise PD found the shooting suspect vehicle unoccupied about a half hour after the shooting and found a man believed to be the suspect outside a home. Boy, that guy's an idiot. Going inside would have definitely been the smart thing to do. That's from Boise Police Chief Ron Winiger. The police tactical unit responded and tried for some time to get the man to surrender. Good for them. I don't think anyone would morally blame them if they're just like, take him out, But again, just like we saw with the Jeremy Smith thing, we don't just get revenge on cop killers. So nearby residents were told to evacuate, but others in the area were warned to stay inside. Yeah, with bullets flying, you generally want people to shelter in place. It's possible that that said, though, like if they're right next door, like you might want them to take the risk of leaving because you can't shelter in place if there's like rifle rounds coming through. Shortly after midnight, the man fired at officers. This fucking piece of shit. He's just like, nope, I'm going out in a blaze of glory. What does he think is going to happen? Because what does he think is going to happen? He's going to shoot and kill the entire Boise Police Department. And at some point, the chief's going to be like, well, we got our butts kicked. So I guess, we're going to call it a draw. Come on. One officer returned fire and shot him. Winiger said the officer gave him aid. Yeah, again, just like with Smith, Jeremy Smith, but he was pronounced dead after being taken to the hospital. The man's name has not been released, nor should it ever be spoken here. He was 64 years old and wanted for arrest on a misdemeanor. This is the part where it really relates to us, dispatchers. A person who saw the shooting during the traffic stop called 911 and performed CPR on the deputy before an ambulance arrived. That's the scary thing. Like, if you're a dispatcher and your deputy's down, you've got to send an ambulance, and now you are making a decision, right? You're sending an ambulance and it's EMTs, paramedics into a potentially dangerous area. What if this guy who killed the deputy is hanging out there and he's gonna snipe anybody who tries to approach? I mean, you don't know. You don't know. What if the caller had been shot? You have to all of a sudden tell the ambulance not to approach, and you've got two people out there and a sniper. I mean, and then you've got to try to deploy a tactical team, try to figure out a perimeter for this guy, figure out his exact location. Is he on the move? Like, and it didn't turn out that way, but holy fuck, like that's all the stuff that you have to be thinking about while that's all going on. Another deputy was involved in a crash. Yeah. Really terrible night. Emotional press conference after Deputy Bolter passed away. Clifford thanked the paramedics and the citizen who stopped to help the deputy. Yeah. So many people dial 911 and then they're like, oh, I just wanted to let y'all know that this person's out there walking. They look like they're in danger. They don't fucking do anything. And the citizen who stopped because they saw a deputy get shot is an extraordinary person. I don't even need to know the stances or the circumstances on that because of how often a person would just dial 911 and drive away. To their shame. So this person got out and got engaged. And even though ultimately it wasn't successful, because CPR and trauma don't really go hand in hand. When someone punctures a hole in the circulatory system, if you're trying to keep a heart rhythm going, that means you're increasing the blood of that closed system. Well, there's a hole in it. So your CPR, all of your chest compressions are just increasing the rate of that hemorrhaging. So there's really nothing that you can do when that happens other than try because it's the right thing to do. Basically pray for a miracle with every compression. I think it shows you what kind of community we live in, where there are evil people who would do evil things, and there are good people that help us and come to our aid. Huge. Bolter had worked in law enforcement for 7 years, as I said. He came from California's Pleasant Hill. Idaho Governor Brad Little ordered United States flags, and Idaho flags to be lowered to half staff. Good. Our hearts break for the family, loved ones, and law enforcement colleagues of Deputy Bolter. Day in and day out, our brave men and women in blue put themselves in harm's way to protect us and keep our community safe. Idaho is grieving this devastating loss. I want to just ride that wave of like utter sympathy, but how long will it be until something bad happens in Idaho and all of a sudden the governor's like, yeah, we need serious reforms. Maybe it won't be Governor Brad Little. Maybe he's okay. I don't know. Maybe he'll be all right. So that answers your question, Felony Melanie, is that God has meted out justice for him and is figuring it out. Good morning, Dewey. Dewey and I were talking about true evil just this time yesterday. Well, there you go, Dewey. There's an example of that. Is there a Comm Center Discord yet? Nope, and there never will be. Not unless you all want to start one. I used to be on the FTS Discord, and I'm like, I could not understand the point of it at all. It's like Facebook, but without profiles or something. I did not get Discord. I did not understand it. I tried. Also, the FTS Discord was like a bonus perk or something, and it's just like, and then 2 or 3 years later, like it just gets replaced with a Facebook group that's like free, and anyone can join that. So if you don't have social media, then I guess you're missing out. I think that's the point. The point you're making, Chase, is that what I was saying earlier is that you guys can't talk to each other unless I show up and do something. There's a Comm Center Facebook group, I guess. If you want to create a Discord, you can. And if you need my help to like post a link somewhere or something, you can. DM me, difficult to look at pictures, or email me at commcenterpodcast@gmail.com. Do I have that as a banner? Maybe not. I'll just throw it up there for you to see. But I don't care if you guys all have a Discord. I don't know that Drew or I will be a part of it, just because we have to manage like 17 different things already. Like the Twitter account, I told Drew I would manage that. I do nothing with that. We broadcast on it. But I tried to open it yesterday, and I was scrolling through it for like 2 seconds, and I'm like, man, this is the most depressing social media app there is. And I was like, I'm not going to be on Twitter. So Chase, if you need help from me to make some sort of official something, you can. Otherwise, I encourage you to lead the charge on that. Meat Potato says, damn it, Faulkner, you reminded me I have a patient eye surgery at the end of this month. I wanted to forget that. Oh, you have an outpatient surgery. I'm like, damn, Meat and Potato, you're an eye surgeon. Good for you. Salt Spreader, what's up, Commandos. God damn it. That's so much better, Salt Spreader. I've been calling you guys commies and comrades. Commandos. What do you say, guys? That one's going to stick, right? Commandos. I like how my coffee break is now 31 minutes long. Bye, Funny Money. Bye, Will Cray. Bye, Meat and Potato. I don't know if those guys are leaving necessarily. Not a fan of Discord. Yeah. Discord is for chatting. You guys could set that up. You don't need me. Basically, social media without the stupid community rules and regulations. Yeah, I don't like community rules and regulations either. Here's the thing. If I set up a Discord, people will turn to me to be the community regulator, and I don't want to regulate you. And also don't want to be professionally associated with someone who shows up on that Discord and starts causing problems, because then like at some point, someone will say, well, this is their Discord and look at this is who their people are. And it's like, it always reflects back on me. So I don't mean that to say like, I've got to watch out for me. I'm just saying like if there's people who are fans of the show and they conduct themselves however they want to conduct themselves on the internet, if I create it, it's the same thing as me ordaining it, like saying I'm okay with this. And I don't know what people are going to say or do. So Will's still here. Will, hope you have a good day up there in Minnesota. Complainants. This is clever, but I literally will get people calling me. I'm like, yeah, I want to make a complaint. I'm like, okay. I had this last night. There's some people out there driving 4-wheelers on a dirt pile. I'm like, okay, that sounds like fun. I didn't say that. Can I get your name? All right, Karen. I'll let them know. Her name was literally Karen. I'm like, do you not realize you have no self-awareness at all to not realize that you are literally Karening right now? Chase says different names first every time is best. Yep. I don't know what that means, but I'm just going to go ahead and go all in on that comment, Chase. I have to leave town. I have to go to the town where I work to possibly buy a trailer from a coworker of mine so that I can haul around my lawnmower and get my lawnmower fixed at some point because the grass is starting to grow and I have so much lawn that I need a riding lawnmower. And this has been stressing me out since October that I needed to work on this. I literally had dreams that both my truck and my lawnmower had like some sort of fluid leaking out of them. I very frequently have dreams about my vehicles breaking. That's a huge source of anxiety to me. I don't know why. Could be why I currently own 4 vehicles that all operate. 2 of them are crappy, but I literally, if I go out there right now and one of my vehicles doesn't start, I have a backup vehicle. I have another vehicle that I can drive. I think that may be a sign of something wrong with me. But as a kid, like our vehicle would break and my dad would be, you know, overseas, and it's like, well, we would just be fucked, you know. We'd be totally reliant on the kindness of others or strangers or whatever, or me trying to fix it as like an 8-year-old. So I don't know. I hate mowing with a passion. I don't mind it. I'm just really bad at it. And I have had more than a few scrapes, like, because this is the first property I've ever owned where I have driven full speed into a tree where like I see it coming and I'm just like, I can't do anything. And the branches are scratching my face and arms. And I'm just like, Clark spelled my name wrong. Bees are under my lawnmower. They're not. Clark's one of those where he can only get attention from me by mentioning bees. I guess he didn't. He last week's show. You misspelled my name, Clark. I hope you're staying warm along his life. Is a lawnmower 2.0? Is it a lawnmower 2.0? It's a. I don't even know what it is. A Poulon ProMaster lawn slicer. I don't know. So I have to go do that. And then I think I'm worried that I have to get a trailer plate on it. So would have to get one more license plate. Thanks, government. That's all right. It's not zero turn, no. I have to put it in reverse. I don't have crispy lines. I don't have neighbors. Not on all sides. I've got neighbors across the street who have a really nice yard, and I've got a neighbor to the south. And I don't think she cares because like she puts out her trash can on Sunday nights, and then like it'll be there till like Wednesday. So I don't think she cares. I don't care either. So it's not too bad here. We don't really. This isn't that kind of town. On Saturday night, I had to work, and I don't normally work a Saturday night. The fire department here put on a you know, it was like one of those things where they have like a meal and you pay $15 to get in, and it obviously more than covers the cost of the meal. They raise money. It's a fundraiser. And they had Rocky Mountain oysters, if you know what those are. And I wanted so badly to go down there and try those just to see if I would either really love them or if I would like throw up. But by the time I was done working, I worked a 10-hour day. I drove right past the fire hall and just went home. I was tired. All right. Yeah, Salamander, I used to live in the suburbs. I moved away from them. I used to have a guy down the street named Bruce who had the most well-manicured lawn, and he'd really frustrate me because I think he was retired, so all he did was work on his lawn. And I worked a lot, and when I wasn't working, I was lazy, so I didn't want to work on the lawn. All right, guys, this is my 38-minute coffee break. I'm going to call her good. Excuse me, I'm sorry. That was awful. I just realized that I used the power of electronics to amplify and distribute the sounds of my bodily functions throughout the world. I hate to leave you on such a low note. That was disgusting. And I hope in time you can forgive me. The show's getting me through work today. Don't leave. Oh, David. Oh, I'm glad I got you through 38 minutes of work. We will see you on Thursday night for Amanda Neniger, the final chapter. Like I said, we will end it come hell or high water because there's other things going on. And 3 parts is the longest I ever want to do any one story. I mean, it's good that I don't have to like plan for tomorrow, but yeesh, you know, we need to just figure out what went wrong with her and move on. Hopefully we'll have some other stuff going on. Thanks, John. Have a good day. May the grass gods be with you. Yeah. May it just having not hit a tree. You guys have a good day. Wish me luck with what I'm doing and good luck with everything you're doing. We'll catch you on Thursday. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate you guys. Share it with your Aunt Sally, as Drew would say, so we can get to 4K. Appreciate you guys. Have a good one.